Aloha from Hawaii, guys. I got some fire updates in this video today. Richie Torres myth busted the shit out of some crypto questions in Congress. You have to see this video. This is one of the best videos I've seen in a very long time. I'm going to show you who Richie Torres is, and then I'm going to play his video. It's midway through this, but I got a couple clips from James Wallace and Brad Garlinghouse. You're going to love this video, so stay tuned through the whole thing. Aloha, everybody. I am in Hawaii finally. I'm still in a hotel, so I don't have all my professional setup yet, but who cares? Let's get into the information. I'm so glad you're here. Please don't forget to subscribe, show some love, and throw a like and a comment. If you have a comment, please. I try to get back to all the comments when I have some time, but let's get into it, guys. This is James Wallace busting some information at the Symposium 2023. Check it out.
In a bit, James, I always cite Ripple as a company that's solved a lot of these problems that the public sector are now starting to look at in more detail. So I'd love to hear from you, what are some of the lessons learned from RippleNet and the company at large that can address some of these problems?
Yeah, thanks, Katie-Ann, and thanks for the opportunity to join the panel here. Been looking forward to this one. Now, I think we have solved some of those problems. For those of you that don't know, Ripple, one of our main products is something called RippleNet. It's a cross-border payment system. We're operating with customers in about 55 countries, and we have payout channels into about 70 countries globally. It's evolved over time, and Ripple's is about a 10-year-old company now. The use cases have evolved from remittances and then adding in to treasury payments, so cross-border wholesale payments. The big breakthrough that we saw, though, is we were trying to do a better, this is not a surprise to people, we were trying to do, at the time, a better version of SWIFT, right? So faster, cheaper, more transparency, instant settlement. And we moved on from that, and we think the opportunities is much broader, including obviously on the retail side. And also SWIFT doesn't operate in every country, right? I guess two things that we did. One was, from the very start, we introduced some standards. So we follow ISO 20022. It's the right number, I think. And you're absolutely right. The implementation of that does vary around the place, so it's not a consistent standard. The other breakthrough we had was with something called on-demand liquidity. So this is where we use a native digital asset, a crypto XRP, as a bridge currency between the sending country and the receiving country. We call it on-demand liquidity because the way the model works is it negates the need to have pre-funded Nostro accounts in the destination country. So you essentially, you take your US dollar, you convert it with our help into XRP, you then send it to Mexico, for example, and convert it to Mexican pesos, and that's all done in a matter of seconds. And it's very low cost, very transparent. I really love the work the FSB has done, and I think where we're at now is we think we have solved a lot of these problems, but we'd love to collaborate and work together collectively. We don't see ourselves as a disruptor. We see ourselves as building new capabilities that we really think the value is when you bring that mainstream. We have this vision of what we call the Internet of Value, which is really to look at all forms of movement of value and try and make those as efficient and fast as possible. So the analogy we use is it's like sending an email or some information across the internet is very simple now. A payment is less simple. So that's, I think, what I would say on that. We'd love to get into more of the discussion, but we do have a lot of beneficiaries of what we've built, and if anyone in the room wants to learn more about it.
And then, so he goes on to say, but 60% of payments that are going through Ripple are using ODL, are using XRP to move those payments. And I do think that numbers are only going to rise. Banks are broke right now. So Nostro accounts are basically what the correspondent banking system is, guys. So they need to have money all over the world in pre-funded accounts so they can settle at the end of each day or each week, probably each week since how slow correspondent banking is. So Ripple really has built this software that does allow banks to manage and move their money. But check this out, guys. I want to show you this. This is actually really cool. This is this is from Mixer Man about XRP. I want to read this to you because something really noteworthy stuck out for me, and I've been talking about this for a long time, but check this out. Add value in partly improving trade finance services with higher efficiency and lower transactions costs. The ability to make payments through cryptocurrency is in as little as seconds enables the rapid movement of money along the supply chain among buyers, shipping companies, sellers, etc. MSMEs, medium to small, medium enterprises in cross-border trade can then have faster access to finance from banks and other financial institutions for securing liquidity for businesses. One example of this is Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP and its cross-border payment network for hundreds of financial institutions globally. Hundreds, guys, hundreds. XRP can bridge two local fiat currencies on either side of each other for cross-border transactions within 3 seconds at a small cost to the financial institution. institutions. Through Ripple's line of credit service, transactions can be completed using XRP at a locked in an exchange rate, and credit can be repaid later on convenient schedule, thus securing upfront capital for processing trade payments. But here is the sexy part. I know, because that's what you're here for. It is noteworthy, as with many other cryptocurrency transactions through XRP are subject to the risk of price volatility, although the fast transaction speed can buffer such risk to some extent. One potential approach to hedging such risk in the development of cryptocurrency derivatives, e.g. forward future option swaps for institutional market players. The derivatives market is still small but growing. For instance, CME Group, based in the US, has developed a suite of cryptocurrency risk management products, including Bitcoin futures and options, Bitcoin futures, Ether futures and options, and micro Ether futures, and BitMEX offers perpetual swaps in these futures contracts, right? The derivatives market is a $1 quadrillion market. As this value comes onto the blockchain, guys, this is where really price and discovery is going to come from. It's not going to come from retail investors like me and you. You putting 50 grand into XRP does nothing for nobody. Even if you put $1 billion in XRP, really it moves only a couple cents. The value is how much money is being transacted on the network and how much value is added into the network, okay? This is Richie Torres, and this guy is amazing. I would love to meet him and shake his hand. He is going to break some stuff down for you. Listen to this, guys. This is the best part about it all.
Anti-crypto derangement syndrome that clouds clear thinking about crypto regulation.
Myth or fact? Listen to this. This is so good.
Although there are too many myths to dispel, I will take the occasion to address a few of them. Myth: a statutory framework for crypto would undermine 9 decades of securities law. Fact: the New York State Department of Financial Services has an alternate framework for regulating virtual assets. And far from undermining securities regulation, DFS has shown itself to be the most rigorous regulator of crypto in the world. Myth: there's no need at all for the SEC to provide regulatory clarity and guidance, and that calls for clarity and guidance are nothing more than a pretext for evading lawful compliance. Fact: even the Investor Advisory Committee, which favors Gary Gensler's approach to enforcement, concedes that there is in fact a need for regulatory clarity. Quote, the SEC should consider issuing a request for comment regarding areas where additional guidance is needed related to the application of federal securities laws to crypto assets. Myth: it does not matter at all if crypto is driven offshore. Fact: offshore, deregulated, over-leveraged companies like FTX carry the greatest risk of losing customer funds, a point that Gary Gensler himself did not dispute when pressed under questioning. Myth: registration with the SEC is just a form on a website.
Myth.
Fact: the notion of registration as just a form on a website is patently false. So false, in fact, that it would come as a shock to all the securities lawyers and companies spending millions of dollars on SEC registration and compliance. Myth: the SEC has the right to crack down on crypto because the technology has no utility. It does more harm than good. Fact: the SEC is statutorily designed to be a merit-neutral regulator. Even if SEC chair were as omniscient as God himself, he nonetheless has no statutory authority to impose his personal judgment about the merits of crypto and blockchain on those of us who disagree with him. The SEC's only role is to correct information asymmetries and mandate disclosures to protect investors. So my first question.
All right, guys, I love that. Myth and fact. He just went right through it. I love it. Here you go. Bank of America Global Liquidity Management. This was posted before. Posted again. Let's just check this out, guys.
What if your company's liquidity could automatically adapt to your changing needs across the globe? Global Liquidity Management from Bank of America is a comprehensive set of liquidity.
Remember, Warren Buffett bought a huge share of stock in Bank of America because Bank of America wants to use XRP. They want to use Ripple. The CEO has come out and said themselves that they're waiting for this lawsuit to end so they can start using these new suite of products so they can start saving money, start offering better services to their clients. Let's just keep going.
Liquidity solutions that provide you with the control and visibility required to handle your business's complex cash flow challenges. Our global solutions are engineered to deliver industry-leading liquidity feature while allowing seamless connections to any account within our global franchise or with your other banking partners. With our solution, you'll be able to gain better visibility into your cash positions, allowing you to make more informed decisions on how to tackle surpluses and shortfalls. Automate the manual processes of liquidity management by setting intelligent decisioning around your cash positions, and control the deployment of cash where it's needed, anywhere around the globe, at a moment's notice, allowing you to optimize your working capital
At a moment's notice. How do you think they're going to do that? Not with the correspondent banking system, guys.
to meet your business needs. So how does global liquidity management work? At its core, global liquidity management is backed by innovative technology that integrates up-to-date balance information. It can offer you access to solutions such as physical cash concentration, notional pooling, intercompany lending services, interest allocation solutions, and real-time sweeping. When it comes to sweeping funds, global liquidity management applies your customized parameters and preset rules in order to execute a sweep. You can fully control and adjust your parameters when required, offering you the flexibility you need to implement your global liquidity strategy. What's more, we'll provide you with reporting solutions that are consistent across the globe. You'll have a holistic view of all of your balances via CashPro or your internal ERP TMS, no matter where your liquidity is. You'll also be supported by our team of experts who will work to deeply understand your business and can tailor our solutions to meet your company's unique needs. Global Liquidity Management from Bank of America. Another way we harness innovation to make business easier and put your business at the edge of what's next.
Bank of America. All right. I'm telling you, it's all coming. It's coming. Zimbabwe is just launched their own currency backed by gold. Let's listen to this 51-second clip and we'll move on.
Of Zimbabwe introduced this Monday a digital token backed by gold as legal to stabilize the Zimbabwean dollar and protect citizens from currency fluctuations. The gold-backed digital tokens will be a form of electronic money backed by Zimbabwe's gold reserves held by the central bank. Over the past year, the value of the Zimbabwean dollar has declined significantly, with $1 now worth approximately 1,000 Zimbabwean dollars, compared to 150 Zimbabwean dollars a year ago. Zimbabwe has been drowning in double and sometimes triple-digit inflation for over a decade.
So you're going to see more and more currencies like this that are created that are going to be backed up by some type of asset. Gold, oil, natural gas, whatever tier 1 liquid asset you're going to be able to do. Here's Brad Garlinghouse at the Dubai FinTech Summit. It's a 2-minute clip. I'll speed it up a little bit, but this is some really good information here. Let's play this and we will finish out the video for today.
So what's your message to the SEC chair as you sit here in the UAE and in Dubai announcing an expansion of your business to this region, given the state of regulation in the United States right now?
Who? No, I'm kidding. All right, so look, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. I find it as a company that started in the United States and as someone who's a U.S. citizen, it's sad. Like, I have sadness about this. The U.S. is getting passed not just a little bit, but by a lot. And, but the tough thing about this is you have a country that I think has put politics ahead of policy. Yep. And that's not a good decision if you're trying to invest in the economy. You're seeing it certainly here in the UAE with VARA, the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, certainly what's happened recently in Europe with MiCA. The United States is definitely stuck. And Ripple, the case with the SEC, we will spend, the first time I've shared this publicly, by the time it's said and done, we will have spent $200 million defending ourselves against a lawsuit, which from its very beginning, people were like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. You have video footage of the chair of the SEC as a professor at MIT saying 75% of these digital assets are commodities. And now he says they're all securities because he's the head of the SEC and he's seeking power and he's putting power ahead of sound policy to grow the economy in the United States. Blockchain technologies are being invested in, pursued in the entrepreneurship outside the United States. And one of the first pieces of advice I give entrepreneurs when they come and ask me, hey, I'm getting something started, I'll say, if I were you, I would not start in the United States. And I think there's a lot of US-based companies and even US public companies that would agree with that.
And I would agree with that too. The last thing here too is the U.S. government is selling Bitcoin. They hold a shit ton of Bitcoin. Silk Road and some other different things that they got themselves. The U.S. government has their hands on a lot of Bitcoin. So watch the market, guys. This was just a very fun video. My first video from Hawaii. I hope you're all doing well. If you stayed to the end, aloha is the secret phrase. I'm going to send out 100 XRP to a random winner. We'll give it about 5-6 days for the video to run. But please, like, share. Please help me grow the channel. We're almost to 8,000 subs, and it's all because of you. Man, I have so much love for all of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your comments. I try to get back to everything I can, but I'm trying to find a place to live here. Things are a little bit crazy in my life, but I will keep making content, and I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Cheers. Bye.